if you guys have been paying attention, let's see, have I posted any of these? I don't think so. Well, maybe. There's a couple of our videos where we have the nice backdrop. Yeah. This is our new backdrop, baby. This is it.
Yeah.
New backdrop.
The next couple weeks, anyway.
Boxes. This is our new decor. Our new,
Set dressing.
what is this? What is it? Yeah, this is high-tech set dressing. Boxes.
I don't know about high-tech.
High-tech. Because we out of here. On the way to the Puebla.
Yes.
I asked one of my students, can you have fun in Puebla? She said she didn't know.
Okay.
I'm sure you can, but I don't know. So, I don't know about Puebla. If you guys know anything about Puebla, you better let us know.
Perla said that she loves it there, so.
Yeah, everybody says, but you notice that it's always people that are very, very progressive that say they like Puebla.
Yeah, which is
But they don't live there.
Well, she lives in Germany.
No, but they don't live there. They all say they're not from there.
No.
They're all people from around that are like, oh yeah, it's beautiful and it's this and it's old worldy and blah 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 and the architecture. But I wouldn't live there.
But you know what's so funny is I had a couple of different parents tell me, like one parent said they're super religious, they're ultra conservative, blah blah blah. It's a beautiful place to visit. I lived there for 3 years, but I couldn't be me because they aren't religious. And another parent said pretty much the same thing. He's like, they have 1,500 churches in Puebla. He's like, so if your husband's into photography, he could get some really cool pictures because they aren't all the same. Like in China, they're all the same. He's like, so, he could do like a church tour in a year and get some really cool pictures. Because
like go down the street.
Yeah, and just go in the churches.
Well, you gotta go in.
Well, the architecture is inside the churches.
Well, the architecture is the church.
Okay, but there's stuff inside of the churches.
It's kind of disrespectful to go in the church.
No, it's not.
Taking pictures.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is. Anyway, even in the big one here downtown, they let you be on that one little side, but they didn't let you go in the middle with your camera.
I didn't tell you to go to the sanctuary, but there are parts where you take pictures.
The good stuff is in the middle.
I don't find it disrespectful.
But it is.
How do we get all those pictures of the churches?
Because because I guess maybe it has to do with the time of day. Maybe you're not going during a mass. You know what I mean?
I wouldn't go during a mass. That'd
But
be
you wouldn't
rude.
know. I wouldn't necessarily know when that was.
Oh, there's. Do you ever hear the clanging outside like somebody's beating on a bar?
Yeah.
That's a call to church.
Yeah, I get that. I know what that is. I'm just saying that if I was driving down the street or walking down the street, you may not know that they're.
If there's mass going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm more into the architecture of the outside of the building more than the
And I like the inside. I like the
ornaments
windows. I like
the inside. Yeah.
the organs. I like all that stuff.
But that's not the architecture.
That's
though.
the
That's
pretty.
that's the ornamentation of the architecture.
Yeah, I like that.
So I like the architecture.
Although
the bones of the
I
building.
do like a flying buttress.
Okay.
I do like a flying
Don't
buttress.
touch the wood.
But I've heard that several times that it's a very conservative place. And you experienced kind of that when you went to your new school. You were saying they still measure the women's
The
skirts.
teacher, the employees.
Yeah, they measure the teacher's skirts
Mm-hmm.
and I went, what? First of
Tell
all,
them to get on their knees, man. You remember that? That's how they used to measure back in the day. The easy measure.
right, you get on your knees and your
If
skirt
your
has
skirt
to
wasn't
touch
touching the
floor.
ground, it wasn't touching, then you are out of bounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I haven't worn a skirt that short in years.
That short or that long?
That short. That it comes where I'd have to get on my knees to measure. My skirts all go below my knees now.
Oh. That's because you're old and conservative. I love how you have nothing to say for yourself.
I can't say that I'm not old because I'm old.
Oh, that's awesome.
As I'm sitting ice on my foot while I sit here and talk.
You got anything else you've been doing? See, I don't really have a whole lot this week. This week has been more about trying to get some stuff for the podcasting, for the YouTubes, for the gameplayness.
I did a video walkthrough with a moving company. Now, we've used shippers before, but we've never used a mover before. I've never used a mover before. So I had to walk them through video so they could see everything. And then the guy sent me a quote. And his quote for the amount of stuff that we have was so crazy. He's like drastically inflated the amount of stuff we have. Because when we shipped boxes from China, it was only 3.2 cubic meters. I cannot imagine we've added 15 cubic meters of stuff.
I mean, okay, I can imagine that. If you take nothing apart, then yes. Because just the table is 2 cubic meters. It's almost, maybe both tables together is 2 cubic meters by themselves. Because it's just the amount of space that they take up. If you put nothing underneath them, if you didn't fill in spaces, that would, because it's 2 and 2, be about 2 cubic meters, maybe 1.5. So I can see that. We weren't planning to do that.
No.
I was going to take all the desks apart because some of these things, if they try to move them and put them into a truck, if they stand and they ride like that, the connections and the bolts, things get stripped, they get pulled, things shift, things fall on top of, and they're not super duper strong. They're going to be stronger if you lay them all flat and put it all together and let it be everything, the strength of everything in a box or even just flat packed, as opposed to doing it like the way it sits right now. But we have no beds. We have one very small couch with an ottoman.
The biggest item we have
is the dryer. So I mean, and everything else is boxes. It's just boxes, and to make it seem like, oh, there's so much stuff. I mean, I would venture to say if I could get everything flattened, all the stuff, it would probably end up being a 10-foot truck might be too much.
Yeah.
If it's not flat packed, then a 10-foot truck might not be enough.
Yeah.
Just because, like a shelf. But like this shelf, when you take it apart, it takes up no space.
Yeah. And the shelves, I mean, you purposely bought shelving units for the kids that will just collapse and are lay completely flat.
Yep.
So the fact that he wanted to charge $1,200 US to move us 3 hours away, and all they have to do literally is pick the stuff up from the house, put it in a truck, drive it 3 hours, unload it, and drive away?
Yep.
No, that's too much money.
And it'll all be packed, so they're not doing any of the packing.
Right, and then because they weren't doing any of the packing, they said, oh, we can't insure it. And I'm like, well, then why am I paying 23,000 pesos for you to move it if you can't insure it? That would include the insurance. Like, we paid for our things to be shipped from China, we paid just about the same amount, and it was insured, and it came halfway across the world.
Mm-hmm. So do we have an option?
Well, I contacted our friend and said, hey, is this a normal price? And he was like, oh my God, no. Let me ask some of the neighborhood guys and we'll see what we can do. So I'll contact
all we really need is 2 men in a truck.
That
truck, that 15-foot truck, and 2 guys to come just carry this stuff out with dollies. And because, like I said, it's going to be mostly boxes.
Yep.
And just walk it out. Take it out, put it on the truck, drive away. I mean, it's not a whole day thing. It's not a big deal. I mean, I've done it on my own before, and I had way more.
Right.
I mean, we don't even have a mattress But I mean, speaking of beds, what are we going to do about this?
Well,
What are we? If we are getting to the 2-week mark.
I have our new address.
We need at least mattresses.
I was going to try to order them on the Amazon and have them delivered there on August 1st. I just don't know how to do it. Because
I don't know how to order.
I don't know when to do it. Like,
oh, you better do it as soon as possible.
because we can't have them arrive early.
Well, I guess we could have them arrive early. We just have to have somebody there to receive them.
But the guy I am in contact with at my school is on vacation for
Right.
2 weeks.
So the other side of that is just scheduling a delivery date if possible.
Right.
But we're gonna have to do something because we gotta have somewhere to sleep. Or you'll be sleeping on that floor.
No, I won't. I'll be sleeping on that sofa.
Oh Lord,
Y'all be sleeping on the floor.
I'm sleeping in my chair right here. Chinese person at
Like
work.
he does
Like a
every
Chinese
night.
person at work. Just put my feet up.
Put your feet up on the ottoman.
Oh.
Sleep in your chair.
Have you seen one of those chairs?
Yes, and I want one.
No, you don't need one.
I know I don't need one. But
Look. No.
it'd be awesome
That's
for
chair
reading.
number 2. Are you kidding me?
It'd be awesome for reading.
You know those are made for little Chinese people, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
and my big fat ass.
I was gonna say, what makes you think that you're gonna lean back for too many times?
No. I saw a little Chinese person break the thing, and she weighed probably less than 100 pounds.
Yeah, she weighed like one leg. We call that one leg.
That was half a titty right there.
Okay. Alright.
What?
I don't have much of anything.
Really?
I got some pop culture stuff. Been watching the Jessica Jones and the Punisher, and I started watching Ozark.
Oh, they were talking about that on what? The Chuck podcast? Yeah.
Yep. Han's been talking about it too, so I jumped in there. I watched the first episode. It's pretty messed up, but that's the way it should be. And what else have I been watching? I checked out Alita, Battle Angel. It was interesting. I don't know if it was great. Did not like how it ended at all. Been catching up on trying to watch my movies. Did I watch a documentary? Oh yeah, the Black Godfather.
Yeah, you watched that this week.
Gotta see the Black Godfather. If you want to know why things have been happening in music and Hollywood and politics and just the behind the scenes-ness of it, yeah, Clarence Avant. You want to know why Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis are names you know? Clarence Avant. You want to know who, like, Jamie Foxx goes to when he's got a contract?
Okay then.
Yeah. It's like, what the hell? It's like this guy that's been there since the 50s, 60s that has been moving and shaking inside of entertainment, and
Nobody knows his name.
no, anybody who's in entertainment, they all knew his name. But us normal, regular people, we didn't know his name.
Alright.
His daughter worked for Obama. His daughter was she worked on his first campaign, and then she ended up being the ambassador to the Bahamas.
Cool.
So, this is not a unconnected family. This is like the most connected family. Like, damn. Like, everybody. Like, people and just everything. Yeah, watch it. Black Godfather. Yeah, it'll blow your mind. You'll be like, what the hell? It's like, how do I not know this person? Like if Oprah sneezed, we'd know about it. If Oprah sat there and backed a candidate,
Yeah.
For anything,
yeah.
we would know about it. You know, if Oprah had sat there and said, "Oh, you know what? I really like this person's books, like she had," or "I like it," we know about it, and you knew about it when it happened. This guy has essentially kind of, like I said, inside of the world of entertainment, they all knew who he was. There was a moment in the documentary where two sides. Oh, it had to do with which is an album I bought. Michael Jackson's E.T. album, where he narrates it. Well, Michael Jackson was under contract by one company, but the other company was the one doing the box set. And they went to Michael and tried to get him to do it. He talked to no one at his company and went over and just did it. So the company wanted to stop it from coming out because they were like, you know, he's under contract with us. You can't just go over there. That slave system thing.
Yeah.
But anyway, so when the two sides sit down, you got all these people from one company, you got all these people from this other company, and you have Clarence Avant.
Huh.
They were all like, I mean, the way they portray it is like people sitting there are like, who's this guy? You know, who's this guy? Like, who is he? Is he a lawyer? Is he representing someone? And the answer that came back was, he represents all of us. And it was because of his presence and how they knew him to be the deal maker that it all gets done and the thing comes out. And I get to go buy it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's very, it's like I said, it's mind blowing to listen to just the stars and the way they talk about him.
Right.
Because they're like, I mean, a lot of them, they don't become who they are without him.
Yeah.
You know? And he's not managing them. He's like not doing anything but like talking to them. You know? It's very wild. It's like, you're just like, what the hell? It was weird. You gotta watch it.
Alright.
Put it on your list today. It's not that long. Alright, if you want to follow us, you can follow us on the YouTube, Facebook, Pinterest, iTunes, Spotify, Google Podcasts. We are the Traveling Farrs. If you like the Instagram or the Twitter, Traveling Farrs. If you like the email, travelingfars@gmail.com, and the blog space, the travelingfars.blueberry.net. No E's in the blueberry.
Keep it to yourself.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.